All right, now let's install the latest version of Docker. If you have an existing version of Docker on your machine, I highly encourage you to upgrade to the latest version because your version might be old and not compatible with the version I'm using in this course. So here I'm using Docker version 20.10.5, okay? So to get Docker, go to this page, docs.docker.com/getDocker, or you can just Google get Docker or install Docker. Now on this page, you can see instructions for downloading and installing Docker Desktop for Mac and Windows, as well as Docker Engine for Linux. So on Mac and Windows, we have Docker Desktop, which is the combination of Docker Engine plus a bunch of other tools. At the time of recording this, we don't have Docker Desktop for Linux. We only have the Docker Engine. But of course, that might change in the future. So a couple of notes for my Mac and Windows users. Let's go to this page. So over here, you can download the latest version from Docker Hub. But before doing this, I highly encourage you to go through system requirements and make sure your computer satisfies these requirements. Otherwise, you might encounter weird issues. So the installation is pretty straightforward. When you go to this page, you're going to download a DMG file. Just drag and drop this onto the applications folder and then start it. This is very important. A lot of people miss that step. So when you start Docker Engine, by double clicking on this application, you're going to see the Docker icon on the top status bar. If you don't see this, Docker Engine is not running and there is nothing you can do. So you have to wait for this to start. The same applies to my Windows users. So back to this page. Let's look at the instructions for Windows. So once again, you can download the latest version from Docker Hub. But once again, make sure to read system requirements. One of the things that is really important is enabling Hyper-V and containers Windows features. So I don't have a Windows machine to show you here, but just go to the page where you can turn on or turn off Windows features. There, make sure you have enabled Hyper-V and containers. It's pretty straightforward, but if you can't find it, just Google it. I'm pretty sure there are tons of articles out there. Also, at the end of the installation, you might get an error saying WS2 installation is incomplete. Basically, what this error is saying is that you need to upgrade the Linux kernel that is shipped with your Windows. So just click on this link. This is going to take you to this page on Microsoft.com where you can download the latest Linux kernel. So just click on this link to get an MSI file, run it, and then you have to restart your computer. Now, once your computer is restarted, you need to wait a little while until Docker Engine is started. Depending on your machine, this might take several seconds or up to a minute. So wait a little while, then open up a terminal window and run Docker version. So over here, you can see the version of the client and the server. If the server, which is Docker Engine, is not running, you're not going to see this information. And this applies to all operating systems, Windows, macOS, and Linux. So make sure Docker Engine is running before going forward. If you encounter any errors, you can post your question on our forum at forum.codewithmosh.com. Or if you want a faster response, just Google the error message. I'm pretty sure hundreds of people have encountered the same problem as you.